The night was not silent this time. The city was breathing slowly. Streetlights stood like tired guards. Long shadows moved on, old walls. The walls whispered forgotten secrets. Milena opened her eyes slowly. She did not feel hunger first. She felt memory. Blood was calling her past back. Every drop carried a story. Every taste carried a mistake. Months had passed since the last war. Season 4 changed. Everything. Alliances were broken and burned. Some names were never spoken again. The city still remembered the pain. Milena was not the same vampire. She carried the title Knight, Queen, but the title felt like a chain. Power was heavy on her shoulders. She stood in front of a mirror. Her red eyes shined for seconds. Then the light became softer. Her human side was still alive. That was her greatest weakness. She touched the cold glass gently. "I am still here," she whispered. The mirror did not answer back. Deep under the city streets, old metro tunnels were waking. Dust moved as if breathing. Darkness felt alive and ready. A new group was born there. Their name was Sanguis Memoriam. It meant the blood that remembers. They were not normal vampires. They drank blood for memories. Fear, love, and secrets followed. Every victim became a library. This art was forbidden forever. Old laws warned about this. Power, memory magic destroyed minds. It turned vampires into monsters. When their leader stepped forward, all voices became silent. His name was Elias. Milena felt her heart stop. That name was buried in pain. She believed Elias was dead. Elias was Milena's first creation, her first mistake and hope. She turned him long ago. She lost him in the chaos. Now he stood strong and calm. His eyes were dark and deep. They carried many stolen lives. "You created me," Elias said. His smile was soft but sharp. "Now I will recreate you." His words were not anger. They were a promise. Milena stepped back slowly. Her memory started shaking. She saw old nights again. Blood, fire, and broken trust. Milena was not alone anymore. Old names returned to the game. Lucian walked from the shadows. He carried the sun curse. Light burned his skin slowly. But he still smiled bravely. Arya stood behind him. Half human, half vampire. Her blood was part prophecy. Everyone wanted her power. Noctis watched from far away. He spoke only for gold. His knives were always ready. Trust was dangerous this season. Every promise could break fast. Friends could turn in seconds. Sanguis Memoriam had one goal. They planned a dark ritual. They wanted to erase memory, not just one mind, but all. If the ritual worked fully, vampires would forget names. Humans would forget fear. The city would fall into chaos. Milena learned the truth late. Her blood was the key. Only her. Memory could stop it. She felt fear for the first time. Not death, but forgetting. The ritual night arrived slowly. The moon was red and heavy. The air smelled like iron. Milena faced Elias again. The circle was ready. Blood symbols glowed bright. "Join me, Elias," said calmly. "We can rule forgotten minds." Milena closed her eyes. She saw faces she loved. She saw mistakes and pain. To stop the ritual, she had to sacrifice. Memory. Her past would disappear. She pressed the blade, gently. Her heart did not beat fast. She accepted the price. The ritual broke with a scream. Light exploded underground. Elias disappeared forever. The city survived the night. Memory slowly returned. Milena woke up alone. She did not know her name. Lucian stood beside her. "Welcome, my queen," he said. Milena smiled softly. Her smile was innocent, but the darkness in her eyes was still alive and watching. Season 5 ended quietly. But the story did not end. The night always remembers. The night did not truly end. The city felt different now. Something invisible had changed. Milena walked through the streets. She did not know her past, but the night knew her. While people moved around her calmly, cars passed with soft sounds. No one noticed her presence. She felt empty but strong. Lucien stayed close to her side. He watched her every movement. He feared what she might become. Milena looked at her hands. They were pale and steady. She felt power inside them, but she did not know why. She stopped near a river. Water reflected city lights. Her face looked unfamiliar. "Who am I?" she asked softly. Lucien did not answer quickly. "You are the queen," he said. "You saved us all." Milena touched the water. Cold waves moved slowly. A strange feeling grew inside. Some memories tried to rise, but they broke like glass. Far away underground, something dark was moving, not Elias, something older. The blood ritual left scars. Magic never disappears fully. It only changes shape. A child screamed in the night. Milena turned at once. Her instincts were fast. She ran without thinking. Her body remembered speed. In a dark alley, she stopped. A shadow moved on the wall. A young vampire stood there. His eyes were confused. Blood was on his lips. "I cannot control it," he cried. Milena stepped closer slowly. She felt no fear. "Listen to me," she said. Her voice was calm and deep. The vampire stopped shaking. He looked at her with hope. Lucien watched in silence. He understood the truth now. Even without memory, Milena was still the queen. The city needed her again, and the night had plans. Season 5 continues. Milena felt something heavy inside. It was not pain. It was not hunger. It was loss. She could not name it, but her chest felt empty, like a room with no memories. At night, she could not sleep. She sat by the window alone. City. Lights blinked slowly. She felt tears on her face. She did not know why. Lucien stood behind her. He wanted to speak, but words felt dangerous. "You love this city," he said. His voice was low and careful. Milena closed her eyes. Love felt like a shadow, close but untouchable. "Did I love someone?" she asked. Her voice was small. Lucien looked away. "Yes," he answered. Silence filled the room. It was louder than words. Milena pressed her hands together. Her heart felt slow and cold. "Do they still live?" she asked. Lucien did not answer. That was the answer. Milena stood up suddenly. Her eyes shined softly. "Then I will remember them in another way," she said. Outside, rain started to fall. It washed the streets clean. Milena walked into the rain. Cold drops touched her face. She welcomed the feeling. Every step felt heavy, but she did not stop. She whispered to the night, "I am still here." The night listened. Somewhere deep inside her, a broken memory cried, but hope answered it quietly. And the city breathed again. Milena stopped walking in the street. Her hands started to shake. Her chest felt tight and heavy. She did not know why. But the pain was real. She touched her heart slowly. Tears came without permission. Her breath became short. Her eyes burned with old fire. "Why does it hurt so much?" she whispered. To the night, no answer came back. Only the cold wind replied. Faces flashed in her mind. She could not see them clearly. Just shadows and feelings. Love, loss, fear, she fell to her knees. The stone road was cold, but her blood was hot. Too hot for her body. "I remember nothing," she cried, "but my heart remembers everything." Her voice broke in pieces. A scream escaped her lips. It was raw and honest. It scared the birds away. Something inside her woke up. Not memory, not reason, instinct. Her eyes changed color. Dark red filled them, the air around Her shook up, she felt a name inside. She did not know the sound, but she knew the weight. It was important. It was painful. Who did you lose, Milena? She asked herself softly. Her hands pressed the ground. Her nails cut the stone. Blood appeared on her fingers. She did not feel the pain. Pain was already everywhere. She stood up slowly. Her legs were weak, but her will was strong. I will not run, she said. I will not hide. The night listened closely. The city held its breath. Somewhere far away, someone felt her scream. A heart answered her pain. And the past started to move. Footsteps echoed behind her, slow, calm, certain. Milena turned around. Her eyes were still red. Her face was wet with tears. A man stood under the streetlight, tall, pale, familiar in a painful way. She felt it immediately. Her heart reacted before her mind. Do I know you? Her voice was low and broken. The man did not answer at once. He looked at her like a memory, like a wound that never healed. Yes, he said softly. You know me. Her body stepped back. Her soul stepped forward. Then why do I feel scared? She asked. Because I hurt you once, he replied. And because you loved me. The words cut her deeply. She held her breath. What is your name? She asked. The man closed his eyes. Pain crossed his face. You used to whisper it at night, he said, when the world was quiet. He stepped closer. The air became heavy. Say it, Milena said. Say my past. No, he answered. Not yet. Anger mixed with sadness. Her hands formed fists. You come back now, she said, when I am empty. I came back, he said, because you screamed. Silence fell between them. It was full of history. If you know me, Milena whispered, then help me remember. The man looked into her eyes. His voice shook. I will help you, he said, even if it destroys us both. The streetlight flickered. The night closed in. Their past stood between them, waiting to be awakened. The man reached into his coat. Milena tensed at once. Her body prepared to fight. Relax, he said quietly. I will not hurt you. He opened his hand slowly. A small silver ring lay inside. Old, scratched, warm. Milena stared at it. Her breath stopped. The world tilted. Rain, stone walls, a soft laugh. Her head filled with noise. She grabbed the wall. No, she whispered. Stop. You wore it, the man said. Every day. Her fingers moved on their own. They touched the ring. The moment her skin felt it, her heart exploded. A memory broke free. She was standing on a tower. The night was red. Promise me, she said, her own voice, young, alive. Forever, the man answered. Milena gasped. She dropped the ring. It hit the ground with a sound that echoed too long. Tears ran down her face. Not soft tears, violent ones. I remember, she said. Her voice shook. Not everything. The man stepped closer. Hope and fear mixed in his eyes. It is enough, he said. One crack is all it needs. Milena pressed her hand to her chest. The pain was sharp, but clear. You loved me, she said. He nodded once. And you chose to forget, he answered. The words froze the air. Why? Milena asked. The man looked away. Because remembering would have killed you. The ring lay between them, silent, heavy. The past was no longer asleep. It was opening its eyes. Milena closed her eyes. The ring burned in her mind. Her body felt weak, but the memories were strong. Another image pushed forward. She did not invite it. It came. By force. Fire, screams, a door closing. Her hand started to shake. I see it, she said. Her voice was full of fear. The man watched her closely. He did not stop her. I was standing in a hall, Milena whispered. People were begging. Her breathing became fast. I could save them, she said, but I didn't. Tears fell on the ground. They were heavy with shame. I chose you, she cried. I closed the door. The man's face broke. Pain covered his eyes. You were afraid, he said. No, Milena answered. I was selfish. The memory became clearer. She saw herself turning away, holding the ring, walking into the dark. I let them die, she said. Her voice was empty. The night felt colder. Even the wind stopped. Milena fell back a step. Her knees almost failed. That is why I erased it, she whispered. I could not live with it. Silence swallowed the street. The man spoke slowly. You saved me, he said, but you lost yourself. Milena looked at her hands. They felt dirty. Do I deserve to remember? She asked. The ring reflected the light. It did not answer, but the past was no longer hidden. It stood naked between them, and Milena knew one thing. Forgetting was mercy. Remembering would be punishment. Milena took one step forward. Her vision blurred at once. The street bent and twisted. She grabbed her head. A sharp pain cut through her skull. It is starting, she said. Her voice trembled. Her heart beat too fast, too loud. Blood slid from her nose, warm and real. She wiped it away. With her hand, the man rushed toward her. Stop, he said. You cannot. Take more. But Milena shook her head. Her teeth were tight. No, she answered. I will not run again. Another memory hit her, harder. She was screaming, her own scream. The sound filled the night. Her body bent forward. Pain burned through her veins. She fell to the ground. The stone was unforgiving. This is the price, she whispered. This is what I owe. Her fingers dug into the ground. Her nails broke. She did not care. The man knelt beside her. His hands hovered in fear. You will break, he said. Milena looked up at him. Her eyes were wet but steady. Then let me break, she replied. I deserve it. Her body shook violently. Her breath came in gasps. The pain did not stop. It grew. But inside the pain, something else appeared. Strength. Her heartbeat slowed. Her breathing steadied. She pushed herself up, step by step. I feel it, she said. It is burning me. She stood fully now, blood on her lips, fire in her eyes. But it is also waking me. The night pulled back. The city seemed smaller. The man stared at her, fear and awe mixed together. What are you becoming? He asked. Milena wiped the blood away. A dark smile touched her lips. Someone who remembers, she said. And someone who will pay. The pain stayed. But Milena did not fall again. Milena felt the change slowly. It did not come like fire. It came like ice. Her skin grew cold, colder than the night air. Her heartbeat changed, slower, heavier, more powerful. She lifted her hand. The pain was still there, but it no longer ruled her. Something inside her shifted. A deep hunger woke up. Not for blood, for truth. The street around her faded. Sounds became distant. She could hear the man breathing. Every breath, every pause, she looked at him and saw more than his face. She saw fear in his chest, love under the fear, guilt under the love. I can see you, she said. Her voice was calm now, too calm. The man stepped back. This is not good, he whispered. Milena touched her neck. Her senses were sharp, sharper than before. This is different, she answered. I am different. She closed her eyes once. When she opened them, again the night looked thin, like a veil. She could feel the city, the people, their hearts. It was overwhelming, but she did not drown. She smiled softly, not dark, not cruel, clear. The pain opened something, she said. It changed my blood. The man stared at her. You were never like this, he said. Milena nodded. I know. She stepped forward. Her steps made no sound. I was weak before, she continued. I chose one life over many. Her eyes met his. Now I will not choose, she said. I will carry it all. A low wind moved around her. The air reacted to her presence. What does that mean? He asked. Milena looked up at the sky. Clouds moved unnaturally fast. It means, she said slowly, my punishment became my power. The city pulsed once, like a living heart, and something ancient, deep under the streets, opened its eyes. The ground trembled softly, not an earthquake, a warning. Milena felt it first, a pressure under her feet, old, watching. She lowered her hand, her face turned serious. It hurt me, she said. The man looked around. Hurt who? He asked. Milena closed her eyes. Her senses reached down. Below stone, below tunnels, below time. Something moved. Slow, patient, hungry. Her breath caught. Not who, she answered. What? A deep sound rolled through the city, like a heartbeat, but not. Human. Windows shook, lights flickered, dogs began to howl. The man grabbed her arm. We have to leave, now. Milena pulled free. Her eyes were calm, too calm. No, she said. It is already awake. The street cracked. A thin line opened in the stone. Darkness. Breathed out, a voice followed, not loud, but everywhere. Blood that remembers? Milena froze. The words wrapped around her. You called me, the voice said. Her heart did not race. It slowed. I did not mean to, she replied. The voice laughed. It sounded like breaking rock. Meaning is not required, it said. Only truth. The crack widened. Cold air poured out. The man stepped back. Fear broke his control. Milena, he whispered. This is beyond us. Milena stepped closer to the ground burned under her. Feet, I carry guilt, she said. I carry memory. The darkness pulsed. Then you are mine, the voice replied. Milena raised her head. Her eyes glowed softly. No, she said, I am not yours. The voice paused, for the first time. Interesting, it murmured. The city held its breath. The ancient thing listened. And for the first time in centuries, it did not command. It waited. The city did not heal. It only learned to hide its wounds. Days passed. Nights grew longer. Milena felt it every sunset. A pull in her blood, a quiet call. The ancient presence was still there, not beneath the streets anymore, closer. She no longer dreamed. When she closed her eyes, she remembered. Faces, voices, doors that never opened. The ring stayed on her finger. It did not burn. It reminded. People began to change. Not vampires, not monsters, just people. They forgot small things, names, promises, kindness. Milena watched them from rooftops. The city felt thinner, each night, like a skin ready to tear. The man stayed near her, quieter than before. It is spreading, he said. The forgetting. Milena nodded. It feeds on guilt, she answered, an unspoken truth. A church bell rang at midnight once, then stopped forever. Far away, something answered. Not the ancient one, something else. Older, sharper, Milena felt fear again, not for herself, for the city. There is more than one, she said. The man looked at her. How many? Milena closed her eyes. Her blood whispered numbers. Enough, she replied. She stepped into the night. Not as a protector, not as a queen, as a witness. Because this time forgetting would not save anyone, and memory would demand a price. Season 6 had begun.